Got my cats, Carrie and Chrissy. Got my mama and daddy too. Got my brothers, Dylan and Ethan. My grandma, my cousins too. It's the family channel all day. We're gonna have some fun today. It's the family.
Welcome back to our channel. Sorry for my appearance. I just got out of the shower. But today's video is going to be another story time. Today I'm going to tell one of the stories about me meeting the Used. I don't know if you all know who the Used are, but they're a rock band. I met them several times. Now, one time that sticks out in my mind, we had to drive to Charlotte because nobody comes here. I live in, a little town in North Carolina, and nobody ever comes here. But we drove to Charlotte to meet them and everything, and I had this car that, I don't know if you ever had an experience with, buy here, pay here. It had a computer thing in the car where when you didn't pay your payment, it wouldn't start. So I was late on my payment, which I had called the people and told them and everything, and they were okay with it, but they weren't able to fix the thing where it was shut off or whatever. So after the concert, we went outside and we're trying to meet them. And we waited around and waited around and waited around, and I think we met Jeff. And we decided, well, there ain't nobody else coming out, so might as well just go ahead and go. And I went to the car, got in the car and everything, started it, and I could tell, I'm not sure how, but I could tell when the car started that it was not going to start again after that. So, I drove by the Fillmore, drove really slow, and Bert, which is the lead singer, was standing outside. Now, we had been complaining to the people that were sitting out there, that we wanted to meet Bert. And the people seen us in my car and start, yelling at us. Bert even starts yelling at us, and he's waving his hands to stop and everything, and I couldn't, because I couldn't leave my car. I couldn't turn the car off. So that was a bummer. There was another instance where we went, and we were just staying out there minding our own business, and cops started riding by. The cops told us that we had to, leave. And, most venues that we go to didn't really care if you stayed outside and waited on, the bands, as long as you weren't, doing anything that would harm yourself or others or their property. They didn't care. Well, me and my sister, being smart butts, went to the other side of the road. So we were still standing out there, but we weren't on their property. Well, again, Jeff comes out. And he's coming out, and there's, cops coming. So we're sitting there going, okay, what do we do? Like, we don't want to be arrested, but we want to meet Jeff again. So Jeff's telling us, come on over here. And we're like, we can't. He said, why can't you come over here? And we were like, they're threatening to call the cops on us. He said, come over here. Let them call the cops. Kind of funny. No cops were stopped. They didn't stop us that night or anything. Let's see. They had an EP called The Shallow Believer. And after one show, I decided to buy it. And if you bought it, you got to meet them afterwards. Which I'd already met the majority. Yeah, I think I'd already met them, except Bert. So I decided to go ahead and pay the $10 or whatever, $15, whatever it was. I paid one for me and one for my sister, so we could meet them. And we got to meet them. Which kind of stunk because, I had to pay for it. But, I mean, it was whatever. I finally got to meet Bert. Didn't get him to sign my guitar because I didn't really start doing that until later. The only member of the Used that I have that signed my guitar is the bassist, Jeff. He signed it. I would still love to get, his, Bart's autograph on it. Thankfully, I did get to meet Quinn before Quinn left. I never got to meet Brandon. I met Dan. Dan was a complete sweetheart. But yeah, we went through another show once. It was with them and Street Drum Corps. And I wanted to meet Street Drum Corps. That didn't happen. But I believe we got to meet Jeff at that one too, I think. But I think I had to drive to Raleigh for that one, which wasn't too much further than Charlotte, but it was a little bit further. But yeah, I think, one of my favorite ones was, there when we said they're going to call the cops, and Jeff's like, let them call the cops. I guess we felt better because we were sitting over there with Jeff, and a cop rode by and looked at us like, and Jeff kind of waved at him like, you ain't gonna mess with them. I told them to come over here. So that's my experiences with meeting the used. Kind of, amusing. Like I said, I'm not sure if many of you know who the used are, or if any of you know who the used are. But they're one of my favorite bands. They always have been, really down-to-earth guys. So it's definitely a band you guys should check out if you haven't already. Like I said, if you like videos like this, give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below, and who have you met, or have you met anybody? I'll be doing more of these videos because I've met a lot of people. But subscribe if you haven't already, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow in another video. Bye, guys.